The Elvis Presley story spotlights the record which would become the biggest seller of his entire career. A song adapted from an old hit.
Hey, everybody gather around. Hey, everybody gather around. Hey, everybody gather around.
You gotta know, letting go.
He loved the Italian music, O Sole Mio.
I wanna hold her tight all through the night, but all she wants to do is dance. Clam bake, gonna have a clam bake. Hurrah, a hula baby, hurrah, hurrah. Clam bake, gonna have a clam bake. This feeling to be free, picking me a clam bake, gonna have clam bake, clam bake, gonna have clam bake. Hey!
Elvis was talking about how pushed he was, that he had so many more pictures to do, and he had this recording and that session and so many things to do, and he was so pushed. And Ernie said, hey! Man, there ain't nothing like having a steady job.
Hey!
Ernie said, man, there ain't nothing like having a steady job.
For Elvis.
Hey! Hey!
He loved the Italian music, O Sole Mio.
Jesus Christ, it's my feet. Think I'm not white. I'm about as white as some type of metaphor. Spreading out, ejaculating, creating big storm clouds of dust. See if you get the lyrics for U.S. mail.
For Elvis, the steady job seemed a little confusing.
U.S. mail? Oh, I thought it was M-A-I-L. No, that's funny. Elvis is a funny guy.
Over the years, Elvis's version of this song would sell an astonishing 8 million copies. More than Hound Dog, more than Don't Be Cruel, more than any Elvis song before or since.
Have rapport with every kind of music. But Presley's shown that he can sing big voice things like My Wish Came True, for instance. And they had a gospel sound behind that. He loves gospel and spiritual music.
And try to put something together that made some sense.
Some of the songs themselves didn't make much sense. They didn't fit the scenes naturally. They had titles like No Room to Rumba in a Sports Car, and believe it or not, Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce, with incredible lyrics to match.
Girls on the beaches commit a sin. They don't show yards and yards of skin. Preceding message to you has been through the courtesy of the Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce.
And he was just walking through the motions of doing it. He was obviously quite uninvolved. And he was just walking through the motions of doing it. He was obviously quite uninvolved. And he was just walking through the motions of doing it. He was obviously quite uninvolved.
The Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce.
Most people aren't fortunate enough to have a voice that would
The Fort Lauderdale Chamber of Commerce.
Apparently, Mr. Presley has locked himself into Graceland, where he spends weeks at a time locked in a climate-controlled crypt for reasons only known to the so-called king of rock and rolls. This pelvis-shaking, lip-sneering sociopath has truly slipped on the thin ice of fame and is clearly in need of serious professional help. Reports of extreme amounts of abuse and perverted sexual practices circulate like venereal disease around Memphis, which is already fairly dirty. His child bride Priscilla long gone, Mr. Presley has his fill of women by the truckload and satisfies his need for male companionship with a large mob of paid sycophants and suck-ups eager to catch a little of the faded glow from Presley's crown, the Memphis Mafia.